as we saw in the previous session, weather is playing a pretty big part, in the industry, whether it's from the product side, and now especially on the service side. So we've started to look at that from a different perspective in terms of the customer experience and try to see what we can do to try to mitigate or limit any claims for the customer by offering up things like weather notifications and whatnot, because we know that once they get into a claim situation, the experience for the consumer can be iffy sometimes, depending on the insurer, depending on the adjuster, depending on the body shop, depending on the restoration company that's coming. Like, there's so many factors, and the consumer already has a pretty bad taste about insurance. So trying to mitigate the claim altogether by giving some sort of notice, if there's a claim, a hailstorm coming, or something to that effect, can actually help improve the customer experience so that they don't have to go through that process.
So taking a look beyond that, we go from a lot of copy to somebody who decided to give us only a couple of bullets. And so, Steve, over to you.
Yeah. So right now, for our organization, we're more of a reactive approach when a weather event happens, as opposed to being out front with push notifications. So for us, this all changed back in 2011 when we had the tornadoes in Goderich. And so basically what we do is just go to our database and look up all the postal codes that are impacted in that area of the weather event, and then and move that out and to our service team, depending on the size of the event. And to be fair, we haven't been through a Slave Lake or a Fort McMurray event either, but basically push that out to our service folks and our management team, and we contact just to check and see how people are doing. And it just happens that we had a bit of a swoosh last week in down our way in New Hamburg and out towards Brantford, and it is a big challenge how you help these folks from an experience perspective. So we made those calls on Friday, hoping that most of them could be back in their homes. And I had an opportunity to meet one of our customers on Sunday, who came up to me and said, "Hey, I got a call from my broker on Friday to see if I was okay. And I have 4 brothers and 2 sisters, and they didn't call me." So I think the experience is we're right up there with family. But
there you go.
So again, it's more reactive, but it does matter to people. And to the point of the flooded basements where people can't buy coverage anymore, we have to find solutions for those folks too and help direct them from an experience perspective. And that's one of the things we've gone through this past week. Just with 211, emergency 211, I just learned about that through Red Cross. So anyway, there's lots of things for us to learn and help the whole experience.
So Blair, I noticed the use of your technical term, swoosh. That was good. All right. You just picked that one up?
And ice melt, yeah.
There you go. Okay. Michael, your turn.
At OTIP, we've had similar experiences to what Sherif and Steve have talked about. I believe, Chris, was it 3,500 claims that we had in Fort McMurray